and seems I'm having some technical difficulties at the moment. So let me make sure that it's even streaming. It would be my luck that I would have technical difficulties because it's very cold today. As you all know, my guest that was supposed to be here, she had some things happen that were out of her control, but we are going to reschedule. Everything, I guess because it's cold, nothing wants to work with me today. Nothing. However, we have a really good show today, but it would have been better if my guest would have been here. Our guest was going to be Dom's mom. Dom's mom is an angel mom. She lost her son to an illegal on his way, as her son was on his way to work on his motorcycle. And she campaigned with President Trump and other moms. And she was going to be on our show today. But like I said, things happened that were out of her control. So we are going to reschedule and get her on the show. Next week, my co-host will be back. There's at least one Thursday out of the month, or there's one Thursday out of the month that she won't be on here, but that's author and pastor Jocelyn Anderson. You can find her books on Amazon and other places. I want to first talk about President Trump's fake news awards. Looks like CNN came home with the most of those awards. However, I would have actually seen them all as equal, but at the same time, there is CNN that they really do push. And Mika and Morning Schmo, I call him, they lie. They can't find anything to say. I mean, they can't find tangible evidence to go against our president, so they make up these lies. And I don't watch these other shows. I skim through them to see what lies they're telling on what day. But what I have noticed is that, well, there was this one reporter yesterday that said that Donald Trump, President Trump, had heart disease. Now, I watched the whole setting of Dr. Jackson, the White House doctor, and there was, he gave President Trump an excellent cardiac result. I mean, he said he was excellent. He said, yeah, I could take, a few pounds off, maybe exercise a little bit more, but overall, he was genetically healthy. And I tell you, it just stumps me that they won't talk about the other stuff about their beloved Hillary and Obama. And but Fox News starting Sunday, I don't know the time, but they are going to do a Clinton scandals over the decades. And it's going to be a 7-night event. That's quite a bit of scandals. And what's really sad is if it takes 7 nights to get through the Clinton scandal, I wonder how long it would take to get through over 750 of Obama's scandals. Quite a lot, quite a lot. I mean, we'll touch on some today. But the one thing that is so bothersome is I hear this thing of impeach the president, right? Impeach him for what, you know? Impeach him for winning the election? I mean, come on, people. Anyway, let's see. Where do I want to start? I'm going to start here, I think. I might have to look somewhere else. But, yes, definitely. Okay, so, I want to read something to you. I really do hope some snowflakes are watching this because you really need to watch this. And it's probably not even your fault that you're being called a snowflake. It's probably the indoctrination that the schools are allowing and parents having to work 2 jobs during the Obama era. So they couldn't really pay attention to what you were being taught at school. But I want to read this. Oops, wrong one. Still wrong. Okay. Impeach. Okay. Impeachment. Calm down. Impeachment is the process by which an official of the government is charged with a criminal action over something. Okay? A criminal action. Not because he won the presidency, not because he hurts your feelings, not because he wants illegals to go back home and come back over here the lawful way, not because he's trying to bring jobs back, not because he's putting his foot down, not because he's increasing our military, not because he's making America great again, not because he's brought the word God back into the White House, not because he's helping families to receive more money back due to tax cuts and bringing jobs back. Apple is bringing or investing $350 billion back into the United States to build, you know, call centers here. Matter of fact, they showed pictures of them on Fox News today with a shovel. Wonder if they showed that on CNN or MSNBC. Now, listen, the U.S. Constitution established a process of impeachment. Is Article 1 of the United States Constitution gives the House of Representatives the sole power of impeachment and the Senate the sole power to try impeachments. The Constitution defines impeachment at the federal level and limits impeachment to the president and vice president and all civil officers of the United States who may be impeached and removed only for treason or other high crimes and high misdemeanors. Now, let's go over the alleged Trump scandals. Russia, dossier, firing of Comey and Yates, Well, I think that just about does it. And that's already been proven, which the CNN network and MSNBC, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to keep their people like a mushroom in the dark and blind. Okay? You're not going to know his truth as long as you watch those. You need to have a more open mind. You need to be watching other news sources and listening to other news sources and getting all of it and getting the facts. But you don't want the facts because, oh, guess who is live for the first time on Periscope? Let's see. Oh, well, I turned off my TV. So let's see who is on. Oh, SCOTUS is live. Let's see. I'm not real sure why they're live. I didn't know that this was. If you have a Periscope, let's see. I don't know, but what, you know what? We'll keep an eye on this and see what this is. Oh, the president is speaking, so we are wondering the same. The president is speaking, and we're wondering the same. What did I do with my remote? Oh my goodness! Let's see what he's saying. I'm not getting a very good connection for Periscope anyway. Oh, why don't my TV want to come on? There it is.
Of about $11 billion just this year alone.
Wow. That's
pretty good. A typical family of four earning $75,000 will see an income tax cut of more than $2,000 a year. It's like a $2,000 raise, slashing their income tax bill in half. Many will save much more than that. Ken Wilson is a great example. Where's Ken?
I love them crumbs, Pelosi.
The legendary Ken Wilson. Hi, Ken. Come on over here when we see you, Ken. You got to be happy with this. Is Ken doing a good job? Ken's doing a good job. Everybody knows Ken. Come on over here. Come on up here, Ken.
Best president
Come on. You get
of
back.
our
Figure out how
time.
to get that thing open. If he can't do it, nobody can, right? That's what he does. He works on machinery all the time. Ken joined H&K 14 years ago as a mechanic and worked his way up to become a project foreman. Because of our tax cuts,
is
Ken will
speaking,
save
yet
almost
the Supreme Court of the United States
in income
is
taxes. $2,000. So Ken, you just got a $2,200 raise, huh?
What's going on? Let's see. See what's
And
going
if I had
on.
a head of hair like that, I really would have been. I would have been president years ago, Ken. Years ago.
Apparently.
But we've nearly doubled the amount of income taxed at the rate of 0. So Ken, you've seen a big difference? Come here. Thank you, man. He said just the right thing. You never know. Well, say something to your workers. Say something to your workers.
It's not just me, it's everybody as a whole. This company is an incredible company. We work with a bunch of great people. Everybody pulled together this week and pulled this off. It was a sight to see. It's something to always remember here. So I thank everybody. Obviously, thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
You did good. You didn't know about that. You didn't know at all about that, right, Ken? Good job.
That's right.
And because we substantially reduced tax rates on American companies, economists estimate that annual household income will rise by an average of.
So we're going to be listening out for why the Supreme Court of the United States is tweeting or is doing a live video on Periscope. Unbelievable. All right, back to the show. Anyway. Oh, now it says SCOTUS is live. Watch broadcast. Let me watch it from this one, see if this one's any better.
Even the people that did it. Right, Gary, and right, all the congressmen that voted for us and folks.
Was live for 3 minutes. For what?
One thing we didn't project in a positive way. Nobody thought that the companies were going to step up and pay all of these great.
What a beautiful American flag.
But they came up and they paid all of these bonuses. The Florida software company, Stellux, just announced $1,000
well,
tax cut.
I don't really know why. For the first time, they came up here still. I was actually hoping for a press conference of an indictment coming down on Hillary Clinton, maybe even Obama. So anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. So, what were we talking about? Now, we just went over what impeachment is for.
When I heard the news yesterday, and Tim Cook is a great guy. And when I heard the
I want you snowflakes out there now. Now, mine is very, very worn. I've had this for a very, very long time. But it's,
and I just called Tim Cook and I thanked him.
It is the story of the Constitution, 1787 and 1937. Mine's very worn, but I have checked. Amazon still has them. And even not for snowflakes, but even for patriots, I recommend this book. Very good. The story of our nation, all of the declarations and amendments and so forth. So it's very good. So now we have established what an impeachable offense is, and we just went down everything of Trump scandals, and it's all stuff that was created over a fake dossier that we now know Christopher Steele was part of, and that the FBI paid for, and they used it to go get a FISA warrant to spy on President Trump before he was president. So, who do you think is in the wrong there? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that the Obama administration took advantage of a FISA warrant, and this Christopher Steele, who was paid for this fake dossier, boom, there's crimes right there committed right off. You don't have the right to spy on Americans without cause. And you can't do it for political purposes. If President Trump had anything to hide, do you think he would have let Paul Manafort go, or Comey go, or Yates go? He wouldn't have fired them if he had something to hide. But I'll tell you what, if they could create a fake dossier and use it as a weapon, it does concern me about how crooked and corrupt the FBI will go to create more fake evidence. Now, if you guys want to call in, make sure my other phone's charged. It is charged. If you want to call in at 786-566-1840. Okay? I'm going to turn that phone on now. Whoops. Put it on speaker. If you guys want to call in, and then we're going to go over some of the scandals that we should be concerned about. We all know about Benghazi, but you know, people don't even talk about extortion 17, which disturbs me because it should be talked about. 30 SEALs died. So, boom. Now, let's just take a look at some of Hillary's or some of the Clinton scandals. And we'll see what comes out of it. And by the way, if you leave comments, I seldom check them. So bear with me if I haven't commented back. But if you are attacking me or my president or my country, I don't at all acknowledge you at all on my comments. So you're just wasting your time. So anyway, let's see. Hey, deplorable patriot, Skype in now. Skype in now. Let's see. See if we could get him on. He was permanently banned from, or I don't know if it was permanently, but they did ban him from Twitter for no good cause. And he was a co-host of a show that me and my husband were doing. All right, he is going to Skype in. That is going to be awesome. And since I actually got some good reviews from Christians as well on this political show, and I just started this political show, I'm going to bring Brandon back, Deplorable Patriot back. I'm going to bring someone else back. I don't know if she wants me to mention her name yet, but we're going to do our Christian show on Tuesday, and on Thursday we're going to have a busy day on this channel. We're going to have the co-host of my Christian show, author and pastor Jocelyn Anderson. She's awesome. Me and her met at one of our board meetings through one of our, the radio stations that we're on. And we're going to bring, hopefully, some more people back. But on Thursdays, we're going to do our Christian show, but we're also going to do this political show. I'm going to try to separate the channels, though. Either way, doesn't matter. We're going to go over these scandals that the left mainstream media just don't want to answer. How sad for them, right? Because when the truth starts sinking in to the liberal, then into the liberal minds of both young and old, they're going to turn on the mainstream media. They're going to turn on them in a heartbeat. And then they're going to turn on the Democratic Party. No, that's going too far. They're not going to turn on the Democratic Party. Because this is just the way it goes. So let's look at some of the Clinton scandals, for instance. As I said, Benghazi. We have the Asia fundraising scandal. There was more than a dozen people convicted in that scandal. And that was actually You guys need to just look that one up. Okay. The next one was Whitewater. There was Uma, whatever her name is, and her husband, Anthony. So Huma and Anthony Weiner. Travelgate. Oh, and those pardons. Pardongate. Foundation favors that were actually done, showing evidence that the Clinton Foundation was a pay-for-play door to the State Department. Filegate. The mysterious files, the disappearance, and of course the rediscovery of Hillary's law firm records. There was Hubble. That was the resignation and imprisonment of Hillary law partner. Oh, there is Deplorable Patriot. Hey, let me get you on Skype here. And let me remember how to turn the camera around. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Can you see me? Hey.
No, I cannot.
Okay. I got to remember how to turn this thing around. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, come on. How do you turn this thing around? I think that's it. Oh, can you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You mind if I put you on the big screen?
No, I don't care.
Okay, awesome. I was experimenting with the political show before I called you. I wanted to see how it was going to go. And yeah, and I got some great feedback. So I'm even going to have you back. I want you back as a co-host. I'm going to have another person on another day as a co-host. And I forgot what else. So what I was talking about today was this, all this mumbo jumbo about, where'd you go? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to get things situated.
Oh, okay, because I don't see your face anymore.
I'm coming, I promise.
Okay. I still only see my face. I must have did something wrong. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let me get you on the screen, on the big screen.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing tilted right, so.
Yeah, I was about to say, I only see half your face. Nose up.
Yeah, I will get it worked out here. This is very impromptu. I'm at work.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There, I can see your face. Now let me switch. Oh, I got to get Shepard Smith off this TV anyway. And you know what? Oh, the remote's right in front of me. Let me put you here on the big screen. Oh boy. I forgot where let me look real hard. Oh, there it is. Come on. What's wrong? Input. Oh, what in the world? Oh, it's over here. That's why. I think it's HDMI 1. Let's see. Nope. Gotta go back down. One more. Input. No. Okay. I think this is it, but it doesn't see you. Let me see why. Yep, this is the right one. Why is it not seeing? Oh, I wonder if I got you plugged in. Uh-oh, I'm about to turn over the TV. Whoops. Okay.
Yeah, you might want to check and make sure the HDMI. I don't know what hookup you're using now.
Same one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it should be It should be picking you up. Why? I don't know. Why it's not, I don't know, because it's on the right one. So let's try something else. Let's go back to menu. I mean, y'all bear with me.
You're using the Chromecast again?
No, remember I've got the, what is it, AVT adapter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm on the right one. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta unplug you and then plug you back. Hold on.
Okay.
That usually does the trick. Yeah, there you are. All right, all right, all right. Let me move my chair over. So I was just reading to all of them out there what an impeachable offense is. And I was reading to them the Trump scandals, which is Russia dossier, the firing of Comey, the firing of Yates, boom, all done by Obama. Really, the only thing Trump did was fire.
Oh, hold on a second. I got a call. I have to call you right back.
Okay, no problem. Okay, he'll be back. Now let's go over the Obama scandals. You guys probably remember Deplorable Patriot. He was my co-host whenever we did the political show before. All right, so we also have the Waco thing that took place, and yes, that was a bad thing, but the way that the feds went in, that was really bad. That operation should have been shut down, but at the same time, I think if there's more to the story. I'm just gonna say that. And what about the Clintons' Swedish slush fund, 20 million collected? So there's Jennifer Flowers, Juanita Broderick, Monica Lewinsky, but Juanita Broderick and Kathy stick out for me because Juanita's story is sad, but the way she was talked to by then President Clinton was just horrible, and I can imagine, how she felt. Okay, and then you've got Kathy, who was just a little girl at the time that was raped, and Hillary is on tapes talking about this case, saying that she knew that the guy that she was defending was guilty. So there's that. Oh, let's not forget all the speeches that Bill Clinton, Moscow, and all those. We're talking Russia now. Imagine that. Bill Clinton over in Russia, photos of Clinton and Putin looking very comfortable around each other. Okay. Larry Lawrence, he was a donor and somehow or another got buried at Arlington National Cemetery, all because he was a big donor. That's pretty disgusting. The nuclear secrets to China on her husband's watch. The commodity trader extraordinaire. Okay. I'm not going to go over any more on her. Let's jump over to your favorites, Barack Obama. And I'm just going to tell you all out there that those of us who did not vote for Obama, we still respected the office. And that's something that you liberals and Democrats don't understand. You respect the office. You don't have to like the president. Man, did we pray for Obama's heart to change. That never came. That never came. Now, as I said, Obama has over 750 scandals. The Iran deal, come on. Everybody, you got the left saying Obama had a scandal-free presidency. That's a lie, 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 lie. And I'm telling you something. If you lie, liars have a bed in hell just the same as murderers. It's equal, okay? So you had Fast and Furious. You had, like I said, you had Benghazi. You have Extortion 17, which is not on there. You had the Obamacare. That's a good one, huh? Oh, when conservative groups were attacked by the IRS, we had, let's see, there's just so many. I'd seriously urge you all to actually go and look at all the scandals. Oh, and what about, wasn't it Putin where there was a hot mic on and Obama said, after the election, I'll have more leverage? Isn't that what he said? Pretty sure it's what he said. Oh, Bergdahl. Come on. That man forever changed the lives of those who went out searching for him. He was a traitor. That is treason right there. He had to jump over to the other side. So come on. Save it. Save it. Let's see. Oh, remember Michelle Obama saying that Harvey Weinstein was a wonderful human being? Makes you wonder, did she know about all of these assaults? Then, of course, we had, who is that? Gosh, Chelsea Handler. I want you to call in on my show, Chelsea. 786-566-1840. 30 minutes. You only got 30 minutes. It's currently Thursday, 3:32 Eastern Time. If I have any supporters of the show, you could call in and bring your comments. 786-566-1840. Now, it shouldn't have to take just an ordinary person like me to tell you that the Bible defines and tells how we are to vote and how we are to elect our leaders and so forth, or how wrong it is for you to go out there and riot. And look, we just lost a U.S. Marshal. We just lost a police officer. Several more were shot. When there is no respect for law and order, chaos happens. God, our freedom and liberties did not come from man. Our freedom and liberties came from God. Understand that. Human rights came from God. I thought somebody was calling in. Guess I should turn it on so I can hear it. It does ring. So when I voted this year, I looked at the platforms. I looked at the Democratic platform. I looked at the Republican platform. But then I looked at all the scandals and everything that Obama did. I remember being one of those auto workers who had to be told that we was going to receive a letter the very next day, overnighted from Chrysler Dodge, to tell us whether or not we had to shut our doors. Well, thankfully, our facility's doors didn't get shut, but you know what? We had friends that their doors got shut. They lost everything. They lost their homes, their vehicles. They lost everything. And that was under Obama. So there was no bailout from Obama. The Italians bought Chrysler. I think GM might have taken the government bailout. Ford didn't need to. So there you go. Ask me some questions about that. Let's talk about the VA under President Trump. I mean, under Obama. We didn't go out and riot and protest and wear, I can't say it, but the pink hats with the private parts on their head and walking around naked. We didn't, conservative people that worked, they didn't do that. They couldn't do that. You know what we did? We took the high road. We dealt with the cards that was given to us. And I'll tell you, the blessing in all that was we Americans truly appreciate someone like President Trump after having someone like President Obama. So with that said, also under Obama, I found in my child's world history, in the same chapter, they were teaching Islam, but completely skipped over the teachings of Jesus on the same page. You better believe that this mama went down to the school board. In fact, I got involved with the school board meetings because of what was going on. And Michelle Obama's lunch starved kids. Didn't make it better. It was nasty. Our kids came home every day starving to death. You know, they were hungry. I felt bad for them because you were not allowed to bring a school lunch unless it met the Michelle Obama's requirements. And I think that was wrong. Who are you? I guarantee you that her kids didn't eat that. You want to know what true dictatorship is? After you've been under a wonderful president for 2 terms, except, well, for us that already knew that Obama was a dictator, for those of you who worship him and think that he was all great and perfect, after 2 terms of President Trump, you're going to look back and go, wow, he really was, Obama was a dictator, not President Trump. Man, I'll tell you, there's a lot that could go into this. And you better start, all of you out there that are doing all this evil crap, you better start praying, man. You better go find God, like, really quick. Don't even come up here and say you're a Democrat and a Christian. How can you sit there and support murdering unborn children? If you think that's Christian, then you need to go do some soul searching. You need to ask God to show you the truth because you don't have it in you. Man, I could never, ever, ever support the murdering of a child as a form of birth control or the TV went off or anything like that. I couldn't do it. There's just no way. So save it. You better go in the word and read some. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. And you're out there doing it over shoes. I still go back to that story in Brunswick, Georgia. A mom pushing her baby in the stroller, and the baby gets shot in the face by a 16-year-old thug or a 15-year-old thug. Should have been in school. He went up there to rob her. She didn't have nothing on her. So he shot and killed her baby. There are some evil people in this world, and we need more sheriffs like Sheriff Arpaio, Sheriff Clark, Sheriff Judd. We need more like them. And we need to use them also to shut down any corrupt the police departments. Anyway, I was very pleased with the awards ceremony. I wished it would have been on a red carpet and everything, but at the same time, their awards were not worth wasting money on elaborate stuff as such. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, Tuesday is Bible study time. We're going to talk about Sheol, Hades, maybe Sheol, Hades, grave, the pit, lake of fire, Gehenna, Tartarus, all those, maybe. I'm digging in deep on that. But either way, Tuesday will be Bible study. But I will tell you this, those of you who support the Democrats and what they're doing, a lot of military families, a lot of military that supports just got family support and defends you from people like Kim Jong-un, and you're pushing for, you're holding the military pay and military budget ransom. Oh boy, you gotta be ashamed of yourself as you probably sit there and get you probably still have your free Obama phone and you getting your food stamps and everything else, being a Democrat supporting the killing of unborn babies. You'll find Hades when you leave this life if you don't change your ways now, that's for sure. But again, I recommend this book, The Story of the Constitution. Like I said, mine's kind of old and tattered, but you know what? It means it's well read. So also tune in Fox News starting Sunday. Again, I don't know what time. And again, we will have Sabini. We'll have Angel Mom on. We are in the works of rescheduling this unforeseen event that she has. So to all Angel Moms out there, our prayers are with you. And I support no DACA without a wall, immigration reform, the censors, the technology, the Border Patrol agents that we need, our military. Oh, hey, hold on, let me turn my TV back on. It went off by itself.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had a client call in, so.
That's all right, understood. Where's your face at?
Oh, I didn't turn it on.
Okay.
I forgot. That's my bad.
That's all right. Let me turn this thing back on. I don't know why this TV is not cooperating with me today.
It probably has a timeout setting on it.
Yeah, it does. It does. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it back. Oh, unplugged it. Hold on. By accident. Okay. What? What? Oh, there you are. Okay. Yep, we're back up.
Awesome.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was not listening. And like I said, I had that call. So did I miss anything?
Well, I'll get your input on what I just went through.
Sure.
I was listing the scandals between Trump, Obama, and Hillary. And Obama actually had, they said that he had a scandal-free presidency, but if you go look, he has over 750 scandals. And and I was telling people out there that impeach Trump for what? It must be a criminal or high crime misdemeanor in order to impeach the president. You can't impeach him just because he beat your candidate. And we was talking about how they're holding our military's pay and military budget hostage because they want, the Democrats want just a clean DACA bill. And I support Trump's bill for, in order to get DACA, we want the wall, we want the sensors, we want the technology, we want the lottery to end, the chain migration, all of that. And so I want your input.
Well, on the impeachment part, there's no.
And what's your language?
No, I'm fine. On the impeachment part, there's no basis for impeachment. They've been trying that with the Russia scandal and all this stuff, and we found out that that's not true. So then they went towards the 25th Amendment, where they're trying to get people on board saying he's incompetent. Well, that just got thrown out because the doctor that was the doctor during the Bush administration, the last half of Bush administration, all of Obama, and now into this administration, has given him a clean bill of health. Mentally and physically. So they can't do the 25th Amendment either. Well, pretty much what that means is if a president can be proven incompetent or, mentally ill in any way makes him unfit for the presidency, they can remove him. That's pretty much what that means. So they tried that, they failed at that too. As far as, Obama being scot-free, well, that's a lie because it's proven, he was a part of the IRS scandal where they were targeting nonprofit conservative groups. You also have Fast and Furious,
right?
Obviously Benghazi. I mean, the list just
goes on forever. No way to say that his hands are clean in any way, shape, or form. Even DACA, he even admitted that DACA was legal to begin with.
Right. It wasn't even a law.
No, I don't agree with DACA at all.
I don't either.
Yeah, okay. What?
I don't agree with DACA either, but since Trump is, take the good ones that are, students that are actually, those that are obeying the law, contributing to, but no more, everything. I agree with the merit base.
Merit-based migration is smart.
Yeah.
But it's already proven that the DACA age, which some of them are in their 40s and 50s, so that really doesn't make any sense. They're saying kids. Most of them are not kids, but crime rate is double.
I know. Illegals illegals commit more crimes and serious crimes than Americans do against other Americans.
Yeah, especially for the age group that they're claiming. So, if you have a merit-based system, then you pretty much just ixnay all that because, if you've ever committed a crime, all of that stuff that we're worried about would be thrown out the window. They can't be here anyway. So that would pretty much get rid of the law.
Right.
The reason Democrats wanted is for votes. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they're almost 100%. And they're strategically being placed too. Most of them are going to Texas, which is massive Republican. They're going to Florida, which, that's a big state. Ohio is probably going to be one of the top two because, no president wins the presidency without Ohio.
Right.
We're a big swing state there. Unfortunately, we're a swing state. So they're strategically placing them to try to balance everything out to make it, easier for Democrats to maintain an office. But the analogy that I use, I've seen it on Instagram and other places. Okay, hypothetically, let's say me and you have 3 kids. Okay, So we go to Disney World. And we didn't pay our entry. We snuck in. Well, security busts us and escorts us out. Well, whose fault is that we got escorted out? Is it Disney's or is it the parents that didn't pay to get in?
The parents.
Exactly. So when you say, oh, well, it's not the kid's fault. No, it's not, but it's still the parents' fault, and they can't be here. They're still illegal, regardless. So that's why.
That's a great analogy right there.
Blame it. But, every business in the country would do the exact same thing. Of course, it's not the kid's fault.
Exactly.
It's the parent, but they still didn't follow the rules, so they need to leave. Now, if some of them are great, they're going to college or they're in the military or stuff like that. Make a fast track, extremely vet them, just like we do everybody else.
Exactly.
Should be doing, and give them a fast track back to citizenship, because if they've already assimilated properly, you've moved past most of what the immigration laws. So we could get them back a lot quicker that way.
Exactly.
So I don't, but at the same time, the Democrats, they're shooting themselves in the foot, because March 5th is the deadline. DACA is dead if nothing is done.
That's right.
So they're all leaving anyway.
Right.
So the Democrats they had a prime opportunity to get something on the floor that they agreed with, but they're like spoiled little children, and if they don't get it their way 100%, they're not going to do it, which is fine, like I said, because everyone's gone March 5th.
Right. Yeah, and you know what? That's going to fall on the Democrats. They can say it's going to fall on the Republicans all they want, but it's going to fall on the Democrats, because my stepson's in the Navy, and if there's a government shutdown, well, the Democrats are holding the military's pay and the much-needed budget hostage right now. So, and my stepson, he's got 2 children, a wife that was in the Navy. That's how they met, was in the Navy, actually. So there's a lot of people that's going to be angry, and I blame not only the Democrats, but I blame people like Jeff Flaky Flake and Lindsey Graham. You can't trust a word that man says, not a single word. So I blame the elite Republicans as well. Look, make a deal, get it done, and let's move on.
I mean, they technically, when they did that live press conference, I think it lasted an hour.
Yeah.
They were starting that. I mean, they had the opportunity to completely get it done that day.
Yeah, and Dianne Feinstein tried to.
Not that hard.
Yeah. She tried very hard to try to trick, and that's what happened. Lindsey Graham and I think it was Dick Durbin. I think it was Dick Durbin. They went to the office and or into that thing and handed President Trump a bill that President Trump would not sign, and I guarantee you, it was not what he said, and he said specifically what he wanted if they wanted DACA.
Yeah. And, like I said, I was willing to give them DACA.
I am too. I'm willing to.
Spun this in so many different ways. They're saying that he was for DACA all from the beginning. This is what President Trump said from the beginning. This includes the wall. We're not building a wall entirely across the border. We have natural barriers.
Exactly.
Natural barriers
Mountains,
the inception
rivers.
of humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at castles in England, for example. They weren't just placed in a field in the middle of nowhere. They were strategically placed because, some of them on one side is a sheer cliff. Obviously, no one's going to climb up that. Right. And there was one point of entry. You can guard one point of entry a lot better than you can a full 360. So if we have mountains, just put a small barrier or fence or something like that. And he said that from the beginning. He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
Where he went to school in Pennsylvania, said he's in the 99th percentile. He's a genius. He's 150 plus IQ.
Yeah, I read that too. And he passed the cognitive test, but of course the mainstream media, they're not gonna, they just don't want to accept that. So it's today's guest was going to be an angel mom who campaigned with President Trump. Her son was killed by an illegal. I'd like to see Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and all them go to someone like her, go to her face and tell her that you don't want a border. your son's life wasn't worth it. I dare her. I dare one of them to do that. But you know what? They won't do that. You know, how can they sit there and stare someone in the eyes that lost their son to an illegal that they're trying to bring over here in the hundreds of thousands? I mean, no. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you know, here's another thing. They're hijacking this budget, saying, like, oh, we know we can't spend this much, and, you know, we're not going to do this unless DACA is approved. Okay, well, to refute the whole we're spending too much, if we were to build this wall, you have estimates all over the place, but let's say it's 18 billion, okay?
Right.
Which is the middle of the road. Some say 30. Well, you know what?
Well, he said he could do it under budget, and I believe him.
Yeah, well, let's say $30 billion for the wall. That's the absolute max. There, most people are saying 18, but let's just go ridiculous number. It's going to be $30 billion to build this wall, which is not going to be.
Right.
And the lowest amount that I've heard is 86 billion annually for the 12.5 million illegals is what the country has to spend. That, you know, it's actually 134 point something billion, which gives each American $8,075 of weight monetarily that we have to support for these illegals. So if it's 30 billion for the wall and it's 86 billion annually to house these illegal immigrants, we've already saved money. You know, we're saving roughly $100 billion a year after this wall is built.
Yeah, because we're not housing all these people. So
right, and the whole because not paying for the wall. Well, Chrysler and Fiat has just brought back Ram trucks to the United States.
Right.
You know, in 15 years, that's going to pay for most of the wall. You know, we now have $350 billion in Apple back over.
Yes.
From China, and that's 20,000 jobs. So, I mean, if we do this right, one, we don't have to tax people as much if we're not paying for all these illegals. That's 12.5 million illegals we're paying for, $134.5 billion a year. If we ixnay that, that's $8,000 per person.
Yeah.
And that's including infants. All right, we're including people that can't even be taxed yet. That's what the weight that they're carrying.
Right.
That's lifted off of our shoulders. We can put that towards the military. Trump's budget for the military is actually less than what Obama's was, but he's going to use it correctly. You know, $18 billion for some of these warships, and they were priced at $4 billion. What do you mean it's not done 18 billion when it was supposed to be 4? Exactly. You know what I mean? Someone needs to run that like a business. You know, if something's gonna fall through that bad, why are you still throwing money at it?
Exactly.
So, they're doing it just for their own agendas. They really don't care about the American people.
No,
because if they did, DACA wouldn't even be a question.
Well, wasn't it 2013 that Chuck Schumer made the statement that about illegal immigration, that he says that we need tough borders and we need all this. It was 2013. Look it up. Hey, all you snowflakes, look it up. You know?
Well, Hillary Clinton said it. Nancy Pelosi said it. Maxine Waters. I mean, all these people that are against it. The only reason they're against it now, well, they were against it from the beginning. The only difference is they could speak freely against DACA in the past because they knew nothing was going to get done.
Right. So they need these voters to come over here, and they house them. They feed them. They get their free phones. They get free homes. They get free medical care. They get if they got a teenager, they get free tuition. Meanwhile, we got the homeless out on the streets. Vets, children. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, why don't you try to illegally migrate to Iran, Mexico, Cuba, I mean any other country.
Well, we see what happens in North Korea.
For Americans, we can't even illegally immigrate to Canada. I mean, zip fines, prison time, and immediate deportation after that.
Yeah.
So we're the only ones like, oh, no. Well, you want health care? Well, what plan do you want? No, we'll give you money. You don't even have to work. No, that's not how this works.
Right. Right. Well, we see what happens if you go to North Korea and take a little piece of propaganda of some sort. We see what happens to our people. They come back half dead and then they do die.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's take crime entirely out of the equation for DACA. Let's completely take it out. What happens when these illegal immigrants get jobs? Do they keep the money? No, they're sending that money back to these
Mexico.
countries.
Yeah.
So we're immigrating money away from our own economy.
Yeah.
Now, they're not getting taxed because they're not citizens. We can only tax citizens.
Right.
So if they're not getting taxed, they are not spending all the money that they're doing. And by the way, it's actually bad for them too.
Yeah. But
they
you know
don't
what?
have workers' rights. They're getting paid less than minimum wage. I mean, they're getting destroyed and they don't seem to even care. I don't understand that.
Well, what they do is a lot of times they work under the table and get government benefits.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're taking that money and they're shipping it back to their families that they left.
Mm-hmm.
We're not keeping that money. That money is now no longer taxable. It can't be used for infrastructure. It can't be used for our military. It can't be used to do anything. Right. Why are we we're literally aiding these countries. So that's why Mexico doesn't want the wall. They're getting billions of dollars back that their families are getting taxed and used. Right. So they're getting U.S. currency for free. I mean,
yes, it's not right. It's not fair in any way, shape, or form. And it's certainly not fair to the American people. It's not fair to law-abiding citizens here. It's not fair to children wanting to go to college that are having to pay for their own college. It's wrong all the way around. And anybody that can't see that, they should, if they don't like it here, they need to go back to the country they came from or go find you a new country to go to, because I'll even buy a plane ticket one way and you got to stay. You can't come back and go. I mean, and I don't mind my tax dollars one bit paying for a wall. I'd rather my tax dollars pay for a wall than pay for illegals to come over here illegally. You're breaking the law. We have to obey the law. I mean, if we break into somebody's house, that's illegal entry. Same thing. Yeah. You're breaking in our country. But I want you to stay there. Our time is up on the show today. But hey, wait. Well, are you still banned from Twitter?
Oh yeah, I'm permanently banned.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I contacted Hannity, and I guess got the person that answers the calls. And for 3 days, they tried to fit me in the show. I don't know if I'm going to get in there, but I wrote down your hold on, I lost you. Uh-oh. Where'd you go?
That's fine.
Hold on. Oh, no. I don't want Twitter. Darn it. Hold on. Let me find you again.
No, you're fine. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
I think you're right there. Oh, there you are. Anyway, yeah, I watched today as Trump tweeted something about the economy and stuff, and somebody was putting up these memes about him being a criminal. But whenever I tried to put up something about Hillary being a criminal, Twitter was muting me. I've gotten a call from Twitter twice already, so I got to be careful. But I'm not going to be careful. So anyway,
well, I can even post comments on Instagram now. Nothing I say is violent. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, you're an idiot, I'm gonna hurt you or anything like that. Nothing I'm saying is wrong. I had one person just simply ask a question about the wall and would this actually help? I gave the statistics. I told her I appreciated her question and I hope this helped her make an informed decision. And I hit send and it says your comment can't be posted. Please rewrite and try again.
Exactly.
Deleted it immediately. So it never got out there.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting that every day. So I mean I can't even comment or post anything on Instagram either.
Well, I heard that there's a class action lawsuit going on against Twitter, so we'll see. Yeah. But don't go nowhere, deplorable patriot. I know you don't want me to put your name out there, but
no, that's fine. You can say my name.
Okay. Brandon, don't go anywhere. So this is the end of our show today. Like I said, Sabini will reschedule with me, and we'll get her back on the show. And I hope you guys can watch then. So, and don't forget our Tuesday show, or our Tuesday, I'm sorry, I was saying Tuesday show. Tuesday, I'm not even on here. I'm on the radio. So Thursday, we'll get it all worked out. We got some big things coming. So y'all have a blessed day, and pray for our president, please. Pray for our troops. Pray for America.